What we doing today?
I want to do the high-low taper.
Okay, cool. What size do you normally go to? Like the length?
Usually I get I cut my own hair. Like,
okay.
Yeah, so usually I go a 4.5 against the grain, but since I'm with you, I'm finna go a 2.5 with the grain.
All right, cool.
2.5 with the grain all around.
But
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? If you up with me early this morning, you hit that notification bell. I just want to say I superly appreciate you for tapping in with me. Y'all know we only gonna give it up one way on this channel, so let's lock in. Let's get it. So to kick this video off, I want to go in using my gold comb. I want to lift this hair pattern because it's impossible to cut any type of wave or any type of wave haircut without using the comb to lift that hair pattern. You want the hair to be lifted off of the scalp so the guard can run completely through the scalp. Big shout out to my boy Germ. Germ set the vibe to this one. It's one of them ones. 808 banging sample in there. Y'all know what time it is. So I go in with my number 2 guard completely open, and I'm basically giving clean, nice strokes throughout the hair. And I want to ensure that I'm getting the hair down to that one desired length. My next step is to lift the ear down and completely float this guard through and through the hair. You want clean strokes no matter what, because you want consistency in terms of the desired length of the hair. You want to ensure that every wave in this head is going to be solidified, but that desired length is super important. Just making sure that my job is complete and that hair is completely smooth. As you guys can see, his overall progress of what he do is super nice. You can tell he put in a lot of work. So with respect to the waves, I'm definitely trying to ensure that this haircut is completely solid. My next step is to go in with my gold Babeless FXs at the bottom of the C cup. As you guys can see, a C cup ain't strong at all. This is the first time client too, so I've never cut him before, but we ensured from the beginning of the video that he was trying to maintain a mid or a low high taper, which is like the taper is gonna sit low, but also somewhat kinda high, but just not like completely blew out vertical bars. So I'm trying to set a nice low line, but at the same time, knock that curve out, because that's what a high taper is when they don't have a curve. I go in with my number 2 guard completely open because I cut his hair down with a number 2 guard halfway. So I'm just ensuring that I'm getting some type of debulkiness over here by these waves. My next step is to go completely open using my wall 1919s, staying super focused and ensuring that I'm setting a lower guideline, but at the same time raising this hair and getting up under this hair so I can consistently, fade. My next step is completely closed with a 1/8 guard, which is considered a number 1 guard, and then halfway here, and then I'm gonna open it up more once I hit it here. And as you guys can see, I'm taking my time, slowly but surely it's coming together, and I'm just making sure that I'm creating a nice taper. On this side, it's gonna look a little weird because I'm looking at that I'm under 2 major waves, and instead of fading on top of the waves, I'm gonna fade under them. So understand and know what you're seeing is not a guideline, it's a connection right here above my guard. I got 2 major waves, and I'm trying to ensure that I don't destroy those. I want them to keep their darkness. My next step is completely open with my Babeless FXs, and I'm just using the corner of my blade, and I'm just ensuring that I'm getting that gradient look. I want to create a nice transition for this client, and I want to ensure that this taper come out banging halfway here, and as you guys can see, it's coming together nice. And then back open, just staying under them 2 waves. Brusher 1, fade 1, and now 1/16 guard, and it's completely closed. Seeing that I went, closed, medium, and then open. Now I'm completely closed with a 1/16 guard, which is your 0 guard. And it's coming together nicely. Staying under this wave, trying to, work myself in it, trying to create that gradient look. And it's coming together slowly but surely. Now with a 1.5 guard, just playing on top of this wave one last time, because I don't want it as dark, but I want to be able to make that gradient look a little bit more pleasurable to the eye. So I'm taking my time staying under that wave, but fading, you know, and ultimately creating a nice transition for this client. Brush one and then fade one. Just remember, keep everything consistent. Now the back, I'm in here using my Babyliss FX skeletals, and I'm setting myself a nice guideline because it's gonna be a low taper. Like when I mean a low taper in the back, this probably gonna be one of the lowest tapers in the back. Sometimes I like to do my taper like mid tapers or a little higher tapers just to create that real nice blew out look. But look how low his waves sitting overall. Look at the contour of his head. You gotta do a low taper. So now I'm going up about 1/2 of an inch completely open using my wall 1919s, and I'm just being consistent, and I want this line thorough because I want to be able to create a nice panel in the back. Now with a 1/16 guard completely open and slowly but surely making it happen. And as you guys can see, I'm slowly but surely getting that transition, and at the same time, you know, it's coming together. That's what I'm here for. This neck taper, I just wanted to sit low, but I want to create a nice transition. So I'm super focused right now. As you guys can see, sometimes you got to tilt the head moving forward. You got control behind that check, and always remember that. Control the head, you know, and do it at a different type of pace. Don't yank somebody head left and right. Don't push nobody head, but at the same time, when a client is in your chair, most of the time, that's when you get, you know, respect of how they neck move and things of that nature. You want to ensure that you tilt the head in certain degrees so you can see certain angles and be able to bang out a lot of these guidelines. And as you guys can see, that gradient effect coming together, starting open and then close, and now completely closed with my Babyliss FXs, and then halfway here, and just working my way in this taper area, creating a nice clean low taper. Back close, halfway, not fully open, and using 2 teeth in the corner of my blade. And as you guys can see, coming out super fire. Then one more time with the guard right here, and as you guys can see, it's brought together nicely. And y'all know how I like to do on sides like this. Just I keep it consistent throughout most of my videos. And when I'm on this side, most of the time, I like to ensure and give you guys some type of motivational, inspirational things that's going on, and tap in with my people really, besides just a haircut, because that's what my video's about. It's vibe setting, and at the end of the day, I want y'all to understand and know that I'm a people person just like y'all. I don't consider my famous at all. I don't even play them type of games. At the end of the day, you know, I'm the same person as all of you guys. I got feelings, I got emotions, and at the same time, you know, I'm trying to do things that I love as well. So without further ado, y'all know how we did it. Last week, we hit 400K. I'm superly happy because y'all are a part of my journey. Y'all watching my level of growth and my elevation on this YouTube thing. I'm gonna give a huge shout out to my boy Devin. He the one who did the picture art and did the animation art for the intro of this video. I just think it's super dope that I'm able to connect and really lock in with people that have been watching me on YouTube, and to find out that people are actually good souls. It's super dope. I don't ever want to take 100% credit, but I do want y'all to understand, when you put in hard work, it's gonna always pay itself back to you. I call myself Mr. 400 now, so I think that's a little different. I think it's crazy that, you know, we almost at 500,000, then we hit 500,000, this road to 1 million. But that's what you guys did for me, and I just superly appreciate y'all. I don't think y'all understand the level of appreciation I have for you guys for supporting me throughout all of these years, and, you know, ensuring that I could actually grow and develop on this YouTube thing. I think it's crazy. We did 100K in 6 months, and from the bottom of my heart, I can say nothing less than I appreciate you guys so much. So back in my video, I'm in here and I sprayed the client with M-Spritz. Now I'm sculpting the waves, and I'm going over the top of the waves. I just want to ensure that I'm getting all of the roach legs, all of the long hairs out the way, and that true desired length is out. Now I'm breaking in using my green and black, you know, FXs. Shout out to my girl Veronica. She customized, modded these for me, and these are super hitters. They super clean, as you guys can see. I do my vertical slants first, work my way around the corner of that ear, and I just stay consistent through and through, ensuring that this haircut coming out fire. Now we just pretty much, you know, repeat some of the same steps, working on the vertical slants, using most of the blade. Then once we get to the tip of the ear or the top of the neckline, we'll convert to the corner of the blade just to work ourselves all the way around that corner. Take your time, you know, slight pressure. You don't want to overly press down on nobody's skin and hurt nobody. Just, you know, take your time and ensure that your lines are solidified. My next step is I shift his head towards me, and then I put myself in that left corner, seeing that the middle had most of the overhang. I just wanted to ensure that I could start in the most natural, unbalancing area of the lineup so I can keep it as natural as possible, but also be able to display a level of cleanliness that the client has never seen before. And I'm up close on it. He got that sandy brown hair, so I'm trying to ensure that my 90-degree angle is there, and I also want to ensure that there's cleanliness to this haircut. I really want to ensure that I'm gonna be super precise through this one, so I'm just making sure. And then I reset myself back to the middle, and I work my way all the way to my right corner. So as you guys can see, I'm lightly pressing. I'm not overly pressing, because overly pressing, you create that vibration and make them curly hairs bounce back. And I'm working with a curly corner right here, so I don't want to overly play my part, because when overly play your partner curly corner, it tends to shift and push that hair back. So I'm just trying to keep everything consistent and now achieving a 90-degree angle, which is what my spritz was for. And as you guys can see, super clean, super precise, super symmetrical. My next step is to go in using my boy Sean Cuss hair color enhancement card, assisting it with my Beam Team Compressor XL and my color No Drip, and putting these three together is my big three. This my Braun, Dwayne Wade, and Bosch right here. Like, putting these three together is damn near impossible to beat. So I'm just staying super focused, and I'm ensuring, you know, that I'm back 3 to 4 inches away from the lineup and giving it consistentness, and, you know, hitting it with a nice amount of color, just giving it an offset, giving it that pop, that flare. And, you know, I'm putting them back in the game. And as you guys can see, this is super clean. His waves clean, the taper clean, the lineup clean. Now let's hop in that bag. Right here, I want to go in using my Barber Magic Pencil, which is my white pencil. And the only reason I'm using the white pencil opposed to the new one, because my client is lighter than the new pencil, so it would have popped up yellow on his skin. And when using this is for my Kodak moments. This is like when a woman conceal their eyebrows, you know, keeping everything consistent. After they shape their eyebrows, they fill it in with color, which I did to the lineup, and I cleaned the lineup up already. Then they go behind it and they conceal that, and then after concealing it, they'll use a blending brush, you know, to blend it out, but it'll give it a sharper, cleaner image look. And that's my objective behind the chair. When somebody sit in my chair and they leave Beam chair, I want them to be the cleanest, most symmetrical, you know, individual, or need to be the best haircut that they almost seen in their life. And that's my job at a lot of times. I like to shift, you know, the mind frame of any client that get in my chair, especially as a new first-time client. I've never cut this client before, so I want to ensure that I can give him, you know, a level of consistency that he's never seen, a level of delicacy that he's never seen before in terms of a haircut. I want to give him gas, nothing more, nothing less. And that's how I want y'all to be able to figure this. When it's on Beam channel and it's a new client, I'm overly stepping the same way as if they was a regular client. That's how it has to be, because you're trying to lock in longevity with clients. So you want to show out, you want to overly, you know, play your part, but at the same time do it at a high level, be super precise, super professional, and always stay one with self. And that's how the game go. You know, the work that you put in, the game will eventually reward you for that. Just stay down, stay consistent, stay humble, and I promise you the game gonna reward you for everything that you put into it. And as you guys can see, I got this icy, so I hit the bottom of the mustache now. Just I want to ensure that these hairs is put in the right place, and that I'm creating a nice lineup for the mustache. Just taking my time and giving the client, you know, a real nice, precise, clean haircut. This haircut's super clean, dog. This one's super clean. As you guys can see, I leaned them back, angled my razor at a 45-degree angle, stretch the skin and bring everything back to the lineup, creating a nice, clean vertical bar area. Stretching the skin, cleaning up most of the, the residue on the head from the hole and spray, and ensuring that the skin is clean, but at the same time, the lineup is clean as possible. And just staying super consistent. Look at that. Super fire. It's insane. Insane. Symmetrical. Different lane, dog. Different lane. Different lane. Now going in with my shaver and just cleaning up the bottom of that taper area and most of the side of the face, just where some of the hairs was growing in. I want to ensure that everything is completely smooth, completely clean, and that's what's gonna set this haircut apart from the others, that my cleanliness is on another level. So I'm glad that I was able to get this here. As you guys can see, that's a nasty angle. 90-degree crazy waves in that taper, ridiculous. Gas. And I did this step before, but I just like to reset myself, go back and redo it, because as you guys can see, it's a clean canvas. And just to do this at the end of the haircut is not only satisfying, but just look how clean the canvas look. This ridiculous, man. It's crazy, bro. Just ensuring that that hair is super desired length looking, and that it's super smooth and everything is brought forward, line up sharp, taper in there. It's unbeatable. And not just ensuring, that the taper is clean as possible, going in, shifting the head, turning it left and right, and using the corner teeth of my blade just to ensure that this is on point. In the imperfect world, we do get clients that come in as first-time clients. We don't know their hair pattern or their texture, but as barbers, it's up to us to change that outcome. We problem solve behind the shed, and there's no way to give it up but this way. Without further ado, let's lock in. Hashtag TBT in that comment section. Hashtag Glacier Gang. It's 2021. Y'all know what time it is. I'm fully in that bag, and I'm fully focused, and I'm locked in. Every haircut on my channel this year gonna be considered a transformation. When somebody sit in my chair, I transform them. I get them a sense of elevation. I inspire them, but ultimately I instill confidence in every haircut that I give you guys on my channel. If you're able to make it through the 17 to 18-minute video, I superly, humbly appreciate you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get alerted when new videos come out. And until next time, and may God bless.
Alright, let me know what you're thinking, bro.
No. Yeah, y'all stand up, get out.
There's nothing wrong with senior citizens. They can make it clap.
I'm done.
Yeah, you hit the mustache. And you did it. And he did it so delicately. He did it so delicately.
This boy a fool.
Crazy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Usually Barber done cut me up and fuck my shit up.
How about your
Enjoy this one. I just appreciate the opportunity. How long has it been since you got a cut though?
It's only been like 3 weeks. I was mad too, cause I ain't gonna lie, I thought I would never get a cut value, so that's why I ain't whooped. So
Alright, well that's a little 3-week session right there, not really a whoop session. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. I think that one's gonna be super fire.